All right. Hello, everybody. Zaxter99 back with yet another Miss video, guys. This is going to be, it looks like, Miss number 381. Now, it's not that this game is that bad, but it's the fact that when I saw this game, I immediately thought of my original review more than 2 years ago of the original Stacklands game, a simple, very casual, very unique card playing game in which you try to manage cards and resources and, buy card packs. And this game is a hell of a lot of fun, especially buying the card packs and getting all these things pop out. You're always trying to advance your technology and always trying to advance build your playing area up and stuff like that. At the time, I had never seen a game like this. But if we look at Stacklands here, guys, I believe let's just go here. Stacklands is a game that cost $7.99. When it first came out, it was only $4.99, and I think the developers have wisely increased the price because it's worth a hell of a lot more than $5. But it's $8, and as you see, I gave this game a very fond, positive review back then, and I gave it a 10 out of 10 score. Simply a brilliant game. And yeah, I love the ability to stack your cards up. You're always trying to advance. You always have your quests and different ideas that you have. But the main thing that's fun about this game is, you put a card on top of another, and the bar fills up, and you get like, berries by putting your villager on top of a bush, for example, or you put your villager on top of a tree to chop wood down, and then you use wood for different purposes and stuff like that. But as you see, this game is getting overwhelmingly positive reviews with almost 23,000 reviews. So along comes the developers Burker Games, who call themselves a husband and wife team who have developed Happy Sheepies now. And this is a sheep farming game that includes some crafting and business management. No. What this game is a direct attempt to leech off the success of Stacklands. There is no doubt about it. And I'm going to show you why I hate this game and hate what the developers, I guess a husband and wife team, have done here with their first game on Steam. And I'm going to show you why I hate it and why this game's getting a miss. And we'll do that right after this. Zaxter 99. All right, welcome back. So when we first launched the game, we see the developers advertising their self. We see here that they've created Happy Sheepies. You have the ability to have settings and stuff like that, and everything here is all fine and good. The problem here with this game, guys, is when we go into the game that I just started here, you have your farming area, and instead of card packs like you have in Farmlands, same exact functions. You use your right mouse button to scroll around. Instead of card packs, you could drag your items in Stacklands up to sell your items that you don't want as well for gold. And then you also are restricted on how many different items you can have on the area depending on how big your playing area is and stuff like that in Stacklands as well. So pretty much the entire principle of Stacklands, these developers have copied, including the sound effects. So for example, if we go to take this food and listen to this, listen to the effect that we get when we put this wheat on top of the sheep. And we see the effects, we see the poop coming out. Watch the poop when we put this. Same exact kind of poop effects. They have copied literally every effect, every sound effect. The poops, not the poops, but the little dings when you put something on here. When you take these shears and put them over here. And just the same effects, the same sound effects, the same exact font. And it's just a direct attempt to leech off the success of Stacklands. Yeah, it's not cards, and I played this game for about 30 minutes. The problem with this game, guys, is to me it feels just way more tedious than Stacklands ever felt. When I played Stacklands, I was excited to get a new card pack or to try a new card pack at the top because there's like 8 or 10 different card packs that you can get, each one offering a different thing. And then you buy the card pack and you come in, you get to open up the card pack and see exactly what you got. But here, everything is just super repetitive. You shear the sheep, you water the sheep, you drop the 500,000 times you drop this bucket on top of the well to water your sheep, and then you feed the sheep, and then you put an empty bottle on the sheep, and you just do this stuff over and over and over and over again to fill up these quest areas. Now at day 8, I think I've got 18 out of 150 total quests here, and now we have to get more wheat, so we have to come over to our store. The store is alphabetized, it looks like, by uh, it looks like it's only alphabetized alphabetically. So rather than having this sorted in something like, food and tools and stuff like that, they just lazily put everything in alphabetical order, which is fine. And you can search for items, that's fine. But just this game rubs me the wrong way when I play it, and I feel like this game is like it's more of a mess for one thing. As we see, as we expand our farm and we're going to grow, we just have a big mess of all these different tools, and we can't stack anything like you could in Stacklands with the cards. You don't get the opportunity, the excitement of buying new packs of cards and having them pop out and buying, maybe getting a pack with a villager in it and getting a new type of villager. There's no excitement of actually fighting, and I did look at some of the reviews. There is no fighting in the game at all. You don't have any monsters, so you don't have that excitement of like monsters coming in and spawning in and using your characters to fight a monster and equipping your characters with weapons and stuff like that. This game has none of that. Why? Because the developers of this game simply just try to they're just trying to leech off the success and make it a very lazy game without using any creativity themselves. They're just saying, hey, let's copy the success of Stacklands. I guarantee you this is their thought process. But instead of cards, we'll just make some sheep. And, we'll make it and make the same kind of effects, the same kind of sound effects, the same kind of casual play. But it is missing something big time. And more than missing the card packs and missing the fighting elements of Stacklands and everything that Stacklands made me give it a Zach Serzoni gold for it, this game is missing heart. This game is missing the heart and passion and the creativity that was put into Stacklands. This game, these developers are simply trying to leech off the success of Stacklands, put out a quick game to try to leech off the success of that. But we're Stacklands, guys. I'm going to go ahead and quit this desperate, vile attempt to copy up the success of Stacklands. These developers have made an inferior game in every way. They admit themselves that the game only has 10 hours of gameplay, I think it is. Yeah, 10 hours of gameplay, 75 quests to complete, 150 different items to quest. So my girlfriend Addie has like over 70 hours in Stacklands. And this game offers only about 10 hours, maybe 10 to 12 hours of gameplay that honestly in the first 30 minutes feels much more tedious. It's much more of a mess because you can't stack any sheep. You can't stack. Look at this mess. You look at the gameplay here. It's just it's just shady. It just rubs me the wrong way, and I don't like it at all. Especially when you look at the price tag of this game, guys, and they're coming in at $12.99. They're asking $5 more than Stacklands asks for a inferior game and a game that they're trying so hard to replicate that it's almost like they went and dissected the sounds or the files for Stacklands and ripped the sound effects out of it. And they're trying so hard to copy the effects and the sound effects and even the font of Stacklands for their game. I mean, if they weren't trying to copy Stacklands, then why do you have the exact same font? Why do you have almost exactly similar, sprites and drawn characters and stuff like that? Why do you have the exact same sound effects as Stacklands? If you aren't trying to leech off the success of it, why not come up with your own sound effects? So shame on the developers, the husband and wife team, who are just trying to make a quick buck rather than actually creating something themselves and, just trying to leech off that success. I hate this game. I hate what these developers have tried to do. They've obviously been able to, put a game up on Steam. But guys, because these guys are just trying to leech off the success of a very good game and they've made an inferior game and priced it at almost double the price of Stacklands. Everything just rubs me the wrong way. Enough rubbing me the wrong way that this game I feel like deserves a missed video, and because of what they're doing, because they're just trying to leech off a great game with an inferior game at double the price. Hate the pricing, hate what they've tried to do, hate they've copied all the sound effects, the font, the whole principle, the whole UI is just completely the same. They've, copied the ability to expand, just like in Stacklands. Everything here is just a copy, a shameless copy, and it makes me wonder how these developers sleep at night, right? It really does, because what you're doing is just shitty. It's one thing to be inspired by a game. It's one thing to be inspired by a great game that you love. But when you try this goddamn hard to copy everything to the point where you're copying sound effects, where you're copying the same exact kind of effects, where you're copying, the same kind of similar music, the overall feel, trying to copy the overall feel of the game and everything, uh, yeah, that's just shitty, man. It's shitty. And this game, in my opinion, deserves a miss. And I would love to know what you guys have to say. If you guys have played Stacklands, I'll have that review linked down below. That's Access Any Gold from April of 2022. And you guys can look at that game on Steam. You guys can look at this game at nearly double the price and tell me which one you would rather buy. Like I said, my girlfriend has like 70 hours, over 70 hours in Stacklands. This game has 10, and they're asking double the price. And the game, when you play it, just feels more tedious, feels way more grindy, and it's just not nearly as fun. Because in Stacklands, like I say, you have threats, you have monsters, you have to get enough villagers, you have to make sure all the villagers are fed every day. You got to give them jobs. You got to, it's fun. It's fun to play. This game just feels like a grind. It really, really does. And yeah, I'm just being honest. And like I say, the fact that they're trying so goddamn hard to leech off the success of Stacklands definitely rubs me the wrong way. I would love to know what you guys have to say, though. Be sure and comment down below. Let me know. Be sure you rate this video, guys. This has been Zach 9. We'll see you in the next video, everybody. Take care.